Hi Sagittarius, this is April with astrolada.com and I am here with your July 2017 monthly horoscope. Thanks so much for tuning in. Just want to remind you guys that this is a general horoscope for those born under the sun, the moon, or the rising sign in Sagittarius. And if you want further details on how your month is going to go, I recommend that you check out your moon or rising sign if it's different from Sagittarius. And also if you would like a personalized reading that is catered to your birth date, not just to Sagittarius, then go to my readers page on astrolada.com to where you can schedule a personal reading with myself. And also I wanted to remind you guys about the webinar that I am so excited to present with Lada herself. She and I are partnering up to bring you how to find your vocation in your birth chart. So how to find your career. What are you here to do? What's the work environment that's ideal for you like? What's your ideal career like? What are the talents that you have that you can turn into a career based on your birth chart? So we are here to teach you all of that. So our webinar is on July 12th at 12 noon Pacific time. I will have a link below and above to where you can go and check that out and go register. And I hope to see some of you guys there. Yay! So now on to your July forecast. All right, Sagittarius, so there is some exciting news for you guys. There's some energy shifts that are happening that are very complementary to Sagittarius as a fire sign yourself. So let's just break down all the details about all this excitement happening this month. Well, first, on the 5th of July, we have Venus moving into Gemini. And for Sagittarius, that is your opposite sign. So that is your 7th house of relationships. Fun, flirty energy here. Woo, woo, Sagittarius. So here's where the focus is at. You could be focused on trying to find and seek out a relationship if you're single and you're open to that. Or you could be wanting to sweeten things up within the relationship that you already have if you're in an established relationship. Or it could be that you just feel more fun and flirty and you're just getting out and socializing a lot more. This transit can make you a little bit more popular, if you will, and in high demand when it comes to meeting up with people one-on-one. That means even friend dates, you know, just going out and hanging out with friends. So it's a really fun transit. Venus will be here almost the whole month until the last day of the month. So have some fun. On July 6th, we have Mercury moving into the sign of Leo. And for Sagittarius, that's your 9th house. Okay, so Sag, you guys are the 9th sign on the zodiac wheel, right? You guys are number 9, okay? So anything that happens 9 signs from you is going to be like Sag territory. So anytime there's planets that transit through the sign of Leo, it really ignites and activates even more of your Sagittarian nature. So this could be travel, education, reading a lot of books, absorbing a lot of knowledge, hanging out with foreign people, getting into foreign languages, foreign cultures, all of that Sag-ruled stuff. This is also the house of publications, like if you want to publish a book or something like on a broad scale and reach, you know, a lot of people. This is also a good transit for that. But some of you guys, your mind is going to be on travel so much more. And you guys usually crave travel, crave adventure. So this is where your mind's going to be. So it is a good time to make some travel plans. And also, you know, if you don't really travel physically a lot, if you're a Sag, it's more of a homebody, you're still a Sagittarius. So you got to explore the world somehow. So this may be a transit where you can start reading a lot of books or even making long-term goals. Oh my gosh, Sagittarius is all about goals, like pointing that Sag arrow out there really far. Like you don't even know where it's going to go. You're just like, I know I want to get there. So how do I get there? And then you shoot the arrow, bing, and then you just follow it, right? With optimism and faith. So this is why this is the 9th house rules goals, long-term goals. So this is a good time to work on some of those things, because when we get to Virgo season, Virgo rules career for Sagittarius. And how do you usually get to career? You got to work on stuff before that, which is 9th house stuff. That means training, reading, getting certifications, maybe graduating and getting a degree from somewhere. So those are all things that you can be focused on with this Mercury transit. On July 8th, we have a full moon in the sign of Capricorn. And for Sagittarius, this is your second house. Second house of earned income. And this full moon is conjunct Pluto. And Pluto is the planet of great transformation. Pluto is all about purging things out. And sometimes it could be about burning things down to the ashes and rising above fresh and new and revived, just like the Phoenix bird. So full moon conjunct Pluto. That means that something's going to be brought to a final decision that could be very deep. Like it can really be life-changing and life-transforming for you in a very deep way. And with this happening in your house of your resources, your income, yeah, you know, you guys can have a really drastic change to your income. Hopefully it's for the better. I could see some Sagittarius maybe transforming into a new way to handle money, a new mindset when it comes to money, because let's face it, just being honest, generally speaking about the energy of Sagittarius alone, Sagittarius is very happy-go-lucky, very optimistic, and just has this blind faith a lot of times that Sag can just spend money away like nobody's business. The good thing about Sagittarian energy is you guys are ruled by the planet of good luck, which is Jupiter. So somehow the money can be replenished back to you a lot of times. However, you guys have Saturn in your sign right now, and Saturn is the planet of really hard work and maturity and responsibility. So a lot of Saturn's been putting the smack down on you guys for the last 2 years, telling you need to grow up, you need to be mature, you need to be parents now, you need to be employees, you need to be in a top position in your field, you need to do all this mature stuff. So you can't really go around just cha-ching all over the place, you know? And with Saturn putting the smack down, and now there's a full moon conjunct Pluto in the second, some of you guys can come to a decision of, you know what, I'm going to change my spending habits, or I'm going to start saving more money, or maybe a way that you earn money, which by working, which is also the second house, is drastically changed. There's just something that's going to change big time when it comes to money with this full moon. On July 20th, we have Mars moving into the sign of Leo. Once again, this is your 9th house, Sagittarius, so it's all about fun, and travel and exploration and adventure, all that stuff that Sagittarius live for. So Mars rules your drive, your action, your energy levels. So your energy levels are going to be amped up because this is like double fire. This is a fire sign, you're a fire sign. This is in a fire house in your chart. So it's like double, triple fire. And it's going to be sending like a positive aspect to your Sagittarius sun, moon, or ascendant. So you're going to be charged when it comes to your energy levels. So this is a good time to do things like go camping, go hiking, go exploring somewhere, like do some active, adventurous stuff. So Mars will be joining Mercury here. So yeah, you guys could really have travel on the brain. And then once Mars moves here on the 20th, it's really time to take action and just maybe take off somewhere. Go travel somewhere far, or even somewhere that's not very far, but you are going to be motivated towards those adventures. Now on the 23rd of July, we have a new moon in the sign of Leo at 0 degrees Leo. Same spot, your 9th house, so a new beginning here. So, you know, you guys can, of course, this can be like a trip and traveling, like a really big trip that you plan. But also it could be furthering your education and also furthering your goals, furthering yourself into some sort of training or classes for big career goals that you guys have. So some of you guys, if you haven't completed school, you may decide with this new moon, hey, it's time for me to go back to school. Or if you've never been to any institution to further your education, you may get that itch, you know, with those Mercury and Mars transits there, and then the new moon will just say, you know what, I think I really need to step forward and go to school. Or maybe some of you guys may be finishing school, like finally graduating and getting some sort of, you know, degree or certification in something that you've been working very hard on learning, because the 9th house is all about learning too. So whatever it is that you guys do, I really wish you the best as far as educational pursuits and to have fun traveling. This is also a really good transit for finalizing something with putting a book out. Like if you're a Sag and you're a writer, a lot of you guys are very intelligent people. So if you're a writer and you want to put a book out, a new moon in the 9th house is really a wonderful time to do that as well. On the 25th of July, Mercury moves into the sign of Virgo. And for you guys, that is your 10th house of career. So we're moving on from maybe some training and some completing some stuff with education towards the career goals, to our mind shifting towards career, because wherever Mercury travels, that's where the mind goes. So what that means for you guys, Sagittarius, is you're going to be super busy, because also where Mercury transits, you're going to be busy, like your hands, your mind, your speaking, everything super duper busy. So this is career for you guys. You may have your workload increase. You may be in more high demand if you already have a job or a career. You may want to start talking to higher ups about your job position, your career position, or how can you move up in the world? What are the actionable steps that you need to take to get to the top? You know, you're really going to be thinking about that. And Virgo is all about making lists. So it's a good time to start making those lists towards your big goals with career. Like, what do you want to do? What are you here to do? And if you haven't gotten there yet, like, how can you get there? Who can you work with? Who can you talk to? Who can you learn from? All of that stuff is Mercury in Virgo. Since the 10th house is the house of authority, some of you guys may be expressing yourself in a more authoritative way, like in how you speak and how you think. And 10th house transits can have you have an advantage as far as getting along with higher ups and seeing eye to eye with them. But sometimes it can cause the opposite, for you to like butt heads with higher ups because you yourself feel like more like a sense of authority, like respect my authority, like I am up top. You know, up here your mind is on being at the top, and being like a top dog, a CEO. So you may feel like you have all this authority, and then you talk to them in a way that expresses that, and they're like, hold on, wait a second, Sag, like who told you you were in charge? But if you are a person that is in a type of career to where you are in charge of things, oh, you're going to be stepping that up big time during this Mercury transit. On the 31st of July, we have Venus moving into Cancer. Aw, sweet little Cancer. And for Sagittarius, this is your 8th house. So a few things here with Venus in the 8th. Number one, you know, Venus is how you enjoy yourself, okay? It's how you enjoy life. And it's also your relationships. It's also bonding very intimately with another person, like on a soul level, like a really deep level. So relationships can get deeper. You may have met someone and been conversing with them when Venus was in the 7th. Now it's in the 8th, and it's like, okay, now it's time for me to really get to know you on that kind of level. Like, I want to know what's going on up there for real. What do you believe in? What are your fears? What are your desires? You know, what do you really deeply feel and think about all the time? It's that kind of bonding with somebody. And so it's also like bearing your soul is Venus in the 8th house. Oof, intense, right? So relationships can get a little intense. Now, when it comes to you, now for Sagittarians that are already in an established relationship, it can be a deepening of that relationship, wanting to not bond with them on a superficial level anymore, wanting to get a little bit more cozy with your partner and not just like pass each other by in the house or whatever, but you'll really want to bond to them, like merge with them and stick with them during that time. But also the 8th house is your partner's income, or income that you receive from sources other than work. So if you're trying to get a loan of any kind, Venus in the 8th transit can really help you to have more of a beneficial energy there to support getting approvals for loans. Also, your partner may have an increase in their income, which could be great. And also, if anyone else owes you any money from anywhere, that could be from taxes, that could be inheritances, or just maybe like your homie down the street borrowed money from you and they haven't paid you back. Well, when Venus goes into the 8th, you know, Venus does rule money and the material. And this isn't a money-ruled house. It's a house of money that other people owe you or you owe them. But maybe you can get paid back during this time, is my point. So look forward to that transit with making things more positive in the areas of love and money. But I would give you a warning of the love part. Venus in the 8th could be a little on the stalker-ish side, okay? A little on the obsessive, intense side. So you may be receiving that energy from your partner, or you may be tempted to give that to them and be a little bit like, like checking through their phone and, you know, checking their emails and getting their password and being like, who is this? Who is that? Why are you putting a heart or a like on somebody's page on Facebook? It can kind of bring that out of some people, just a fair warning, but more passion is wonderful. All right, Sagittarius, so that was it for your July forecast. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget to visit my readers page on astrolada.com for a more personalized reading just for you. We can talk about love, we can talk about career, we can talk about anything in your chart. And also, don't forget to register for our webinar on the 12th of July at 12 noon Pacific time. Lada and I are presenting a wealth of information on career. And when Virgo season comes around next month in August, okay, that's going to really be career time, prime time for Sagittarius. So I really encourage you guys to join this webinar, and I will see you guys next month in August for your horoscope then as well. Peace.